Good morning and welcome to the Love Island The Morning After, the only official Love Island podcast. This morning we are joined by the lovely Joe Bags.
Hiya.
And today we have a very special guest. It's Dumped Islander Trey Norman.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having
sorry,
me.
we just have to say it, you know. But you're here now.
No, it's a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
How have you been? Fresh off the island?
I'll tell you what, it's been carnage is the word to describe it. Manic, just the DMs are crazy. I've not managed to speak to everyone, but I'm absolutely buzzing to be out of the villa and it's exciting time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Right, Trey, let's get into it. Straight, quick fire questions.
Yep.
Describe your experience in the villa in 3 words.
Embryonic would be one. No, not in the context, but embryonic was definitely a key word in there for me.
Yeah.
No, but it was really fun. It was hilarious and it was exciting. Those are the 3 words.
Yeah. Now, we also know that, things with you and Ellie seem to be, heading off on the good start.
Yeah.
A little birdie did tell us that you went on a date. Is that true?
We did. We actually went on a date yesterday and I'm not going to lie, we hit it off.
Oh,
big
that's
time.
nice.
It
Any
was
insight?
really good. Yeah, no, we just went to a rooftop bar in Oxford.
Nice.
And started sipping a bit of rosé, started chatting about life, a lot more relaxed environment, buzzing, she looked gorgeous. And we were buzzing,
Oh, that's
Amazing.
lovely.
So
and
we got off to a good start.
Yeah, and I feel like obviously now you're out the villa. So like you said, it's just a bit more natural.
Yeah.
There's no one watching you. You can go
Sparks
wherever you
flying.
want. Yeah.
No pressure.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, touching on last night's episode, it was a big one. There was a lot of emotions. We saw some emotions from someone that we saw you're quite close with, and that is Ciaran.
Yeah.
So we did see him say he's starting to get a little bit worried that his relationship with Nicole is becoming a bit one-sided.
No, I feel like he was having them thoughts when I was with him. Sometimes when she was in Casa, he was questioning the fact if she's going to be loyal. And I said, she's a loyal girl.
Yeah.
She is.
Trust me. He just needs to back himself a little bit more because he's a good kid. And I know what they've got is special. And I think she sees that and they both do. And that's why they argue over petty, trivial things because they just care so much.
It's all love, isn't it, when they argue?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
All
kind
from
of,
that place.
you can feel the fire in their relationship. The
Passion.
passion. It's a lot of passion in there.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. Sometimes we need passion,
Yeah.
Keep the relationship burning and going.
Exactly.
It's spicy.
Very spicy.
Very spicy.
Too spicy.
We also saw that Ciaran confided in Sean and Ayo. And, he was like, you're my 2 boys in there. How important would you say that bromances are in the villa?
Well, my bromance was with Konnor and Will and Ciaran, to be fair. And it's just so important to have that connection with the boys because when you're having a bit of a rough day, a down day, things are not going your way. Yeah. When the chips are down, the boys pick you up. And that is what it's all about, let me tell you, because it does get tough in there.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah.
You're constantly talking about your feelings, constantly talking about other people.
Yeah.
And it can be a bit jarring sometimes.
Yeah.
But when you're speaking to your boys and you're having a laugh because it's very banterous, it's just what gets you going, gets you through those tough moments in the villa. I loved it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And obviously speaking from experience, I was also in the villa. I feel like it is important to have your girls around. Like you can be coupled up and it's all lovely, lovey-dammy. But sometimes you just want to have a bit of girly chat. Or even if you want to just say something not so nice about your partner. Like you just speak to your friends about it,
in real life as well, you're never going to be your partner all the time. Do you know what I mean? So it's reflective of that as well. So, yeah.
Moving on, couples, flames, spice, all of that stuff. We've got Grace, who she had the rose-tinted goggles pulled off of her face, and she began to realise that her relationship with Joey was actually more lustful rather than a compatibility kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do we now think that her and Ruben are going to become a thing? We've seen them had a few conversations.
Well, it's embryonic, isn't it? No, I didn't start that, no. But it is very early days between them two. And I think when Grace clicks with someone, she clicks with someone. She's just got that personality where she's a vibe and she's got so much going on for herself. I don't know if I see that click initially. When you're looking in the eyes and you're thinking, oh my God, I fancy you. I'm not sure if that's there quite yet, but it can develop, can't it?
It can do. Days. Yeah, it's early days. I mean, we've only got about 2 weeks left. But
I don't know. It's like she's based her whole journey in the villa so far on passion. And then suddenly she decides prior to the final, like 2 weeks before, to be like, I'm suddenly going to base everything on personality. I'm like, you don't fancy him. And you're thinking, I'm not getting that flight home yet, honey. That's literally, that's what I see anyway. But I rate her for giving everything a go in there.
Yeah, that's
what
the
I
thing.
rate.
She's done her
She's
best,
given it a good go. Grace has always gone for what she wants, and it's the Love Island villa. You've got to go.
She might surprise us too.
Yeah.
They might genuinely click and changing it up might work for her, but I'm just saying that she's been a very passionate lady in there. And suddenly she's sitting there chilling like, yeah, let's just be friends first and see.
Yeah, she seems quite chilled, doesn't she?
Very chilled this time around.
Very chill, very chill. But you know, anything can change. It's the Love Island Villa.
Exactly that.
You know, expect the unexpected.
A heatwave has struck the island, and no, we are not talking about the Casa bombshells. It's time to debrief on the islanders' fire fits with headline sponsor eBay. Casa and more equals surprises, and seeing Jess in the rat and boa dress was my type on paper. The legacy runs deep, with the stunning dress previously being worn by Arabella in All Stars, Ella in Series 10 and Sammy in Series 9, for glam movie and date nights to drinks with the girlies. Gotta love the versatility. Ciaran got lucky with Ellie, Lucy and Emma during raunchy races. Clearly it had everything to do with that sexy Jacquemus tea. Finally, feelings blossomed for Jess and Ayo when he whisked her away to the hideaway in his iconic Levi's jeans. Could they be boyfriend material? And that's a wrap on these red-hot pre-love looks. Discover more Villa inspiration on eBay. Fashion fit for a second chance. eBay, sponsors of Love Island.
Let's move on to Ayo, Jessica and Mimii, who have somehow got themselves back into a somewhat forming triangle.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were over with the triangles. I thought it was done and dusted, but it seems to be creeping its way in.
There's something brewing.
There's something brewing. We saw Jessica speaking to Ayo last night, and she was saying now that Emma's gone, she wants them to be joined at the hip. Ayo did reply, and he said that, don't you think it's a bit much? And then said he was joking.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm going to be honest, I think that was intense.
Yeah.
And no one likes being laid on thick.
It was back to 50 thick.
No guy likes that. I'm telling you.
What do you think, Joe?
It was very intense, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that he was like, I'm joking. He was not joking. And I feel like she's doing it from a place that seems like it's kind of a joke, but I do it like in relationships where I say what I want to say as a joke.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a lot of pressure to put on a partner. It's like if all your friends went on a girl's holiday and then you just say to your man, I'm coming to work with you.
Yeah.
He would be like,
it's a lot. Like, you don't want to say no because it's like, I don't want you to feel like I don't want to be around
don't
you.
Want to push him away.
But also, I don't want you to be here. Honestly, girls trip, Dammy, stay home. Don't want you there.
Well, exactly that. And I just feel like where his head is a bit all over the place at the minute is probably the worst approach that she could have started to take, because it might start to push him away a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, as we said earlier, maybe she started to feel that from him, that he started to take a back step. So she's trying to like fill that void.
Not trying to delve too deep into the comment, but the fact that we've all done it before, haven't we? Where you've sort of said something to give someone an in, and it's like you've seen the reaction and gone, no, I'm only joking. And I think it is intense. I was a really chilled guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes he needs that bit of distance.
Laid back to the point where he's horizontal, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
Do we think...
He couldn't get out of bed some mornings, that guy. Oh, I love him.
Do we think maybe this comment could potentially throw a spanner in the works and actually push Ayo away? Because we did see him actually say to Joey, you know what? I think there's still something there between me and Mimii. So do you think this is all he needs?
After that kitchen scene,
that kitchen scene.
I think unequivocally there is something there between them two still.
Yeah.
And it is a triangle. That's the matter of the fact by what I've seen.
It's a secret triangle, though. Yeah. Because Jessica's completely unaware at this point. She has no idea what went down in that kitchen whilst he was making her eggs.
The whole vibe of the convo too, the way Mimii was like, don't burn your eggs. I'm like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it was cheeky. Yeah. But I just feel like it's a thing where you're always going to have some chemistry with an ex. It is what it is.
Always.
Mimii and Ayo, they've known each other for nearly, 5-6 weeks. They started off on a good foot. There's going to be that natural sexual chemistry. It's going to be there. But it doesn't mean that she should give him another chance, in my opinion.
It doesn't mean that at all, but then it doesn't also mean that the door has to be closed.
It's
you can't help how you feel sometimes.
That is true. You actually can't.
I'm going back to the Grace comment. Is this with Jessica more lustful?
Ooh.
Is it just more lust rather than, true connection and love? I don't know, but that is a good question. Because there was a lot of sexual chemistry between him and Jess when it started.
There was, and it's the same with Josh and Mimii too. The sexual chemistry in the hideaway a couple nights ago was crazy. And is it lust again?
Again, yeah.
Oh, we don't know.
To be fair, I do feel like Josh and Mimii seem a lot more genuine. I don't really get lust vibes from them. I feel like Mimii can have great sexual chemistry with anybody because she's just... I'm not going to talk about a kiss again because everyone's starting to get concerned. But
I've seen the tweets.
She is good at what she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem quite natural between her and Josh. But Mimii, I don't really know what to think because she actually even admitted to Ayo she didn't want him to leave. And she did shed a little tear.
Cried.
I thought that tear was for Jess, but she admitted, actually, no, it was for you, Ayo.
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
I think the next few days are telling, aren't they, I think?
Yeah, they are.
I think a lot's happened since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one comment where she's come on a bit strong, Jess, to Ayo.
Could change everything, couldn't it, really?
Josh was doing his thing. He didn't know what happened in the kitchen. He didn't see any of that stuff. Good for him, because he went on to make Mimii some nice waffles. And he said, I hope this brightens your day. Mimii did say, I'm not used to this, but I could get used to this. How do we think that's all going to develop and play out?
I thought she was impressed with that.
Yeah.
She actually thought, that's nice. That.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed that bit of time with you there.
Yeah.
They were very intimate afterwards.
Yeah, they were. And it was like a very gentlemanly,
yeah,
vibe type thing, how he did it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like how he went about his business there.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it was lovely to see because I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen Mimii even get a coffee.
I know.
Do
you know what I mean?
It's been a long time. Coffees, honestly, Trey, from you being in the villa, what's your take on making coffees and breakfast and stuff like that?
I'll be honest, whoever I was coupled up with, I just made a coffee for.
You just do it, right?
It was just like a bit of courtesy.
Yeah.
And why not? You know what I mean? Every woman deserves a coffee in the morning.
Coffees,
She's your woman.
Yeah, are a big thing.
What were the differences between Jess's coffee and Ellie's coffee?
One tasted a bit sweeter.
Ooh.
And you can guess who that's for.
No comment. No, but yeah, I do believe those little gestures are very necessary when you're getting to know someone because it's just a little subtle showing that you care and, you know, you like the person.
Does Dammy make you coffee at home?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No. But you know what? I'm not even bothered by it. I feel like he'll make me like breakfast in bed and like other things.
Okay.
But I feel like in the villa, I was a peppermint tea kind of gal.
Okay.
So making me a tea in the morning, it was like, that is you showing me you love me.
Yeah.
Mate, we're doing mortgage now. It's all right if you don't bring the coffee in the morning.
Very true.
Like, we're on to different things that show that you care about me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah, nice Chanel here and there. I don't mind. Don't complain. Hey.
Depends on what love language you are as well.
Yeah, it depends on your love language.
Acts of service, acts of gifts, things like that. Some girls really appreciate that. That means a lot.
Just the little things in the morning.
That's very true.
What Dammy tends to do, he tends to give me reminders so I don't forget things.
Okay.
And that's like a big thing for me because I have a very chaotic brain. And if I don't put it in my calendar, I don't know where I'm coming and going.
I'm with you.
But like sometimes he'll be like, oh, you've got this today, haven't you? I'm like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does that in the way, like really checks in with me to make sure I don't forget where I leave my head.
That's good.
What about you guys? What is your preferred love language? Let's start with you, Trey.
I think it's definitely touch and probably words of affirmation. Someone backing you, just reassuring you, this is what I want, chase your dreams type thing. That means a lot to me. Words means a lot. I think it's very easily done to say things you don't mean, but when you say things that you do mean, that means a lot to me.
Oh, that's lovely. What about you, Joe?
All of them.
I can't complain. That's a good one.
All of them. But I say the touch thing, but it's specific times.
Okay.
If I'm touched even on the shoulder at a time when I don't want it, I go like stiff as an ironing board. So maybe not that one as much. I think words of affirmation are really important.
Yeah.
Acts of service, I love food. We spoke about this the other night.
We did speak about food.
We spoke about the handshake situation. And I said, Kane started to make me fish finger wraps.
I need to try this recipe.
I don't know. I fancy him more than ever. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it was a fish finger crunch.
They're incredible.
Different.
Yeah, I'll give you the recipe after.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Casa Amor is notorious for its dramatic moments and shocking switches where islanders have to make tough decisions and do what's right for them. So we're counting down the best Sky Mobile Mimii moments, Casa Amor edition. This girl knows what she wants, and in third place, we have Jess speaking facts.
I know what my type is, and it's that.
Now, Jess may have mentioned that she is the prize, and I love how confident she is, and she always knows exactly what she wants, and she's gonna get it. Coming in at number 2, we have Sean, the sweet salesman, selling himself to Ruby.
I'm the mature man you need.
Yes, Sean, you are mature cheddar. And at number 1, Professor Jess S. manifests.
I believe in the law of attraction. What you put out, you will attract. What you manifest, you will attract. What you think, feel and speak, you will attract.
Understood.
And I think about Ayo.
I mean, if that's what she's been manifesting since week 1, she is a master manifester because he ran straight after her. Unlike Casa Amor, Sky Mobile offers hassle-free switching. Simply text to switch and embrace your me energy.
We had the bombshell, which was Lolly. Now, a little bit of backstory. She's long-haul cabin crew and she is looking for a husband. She's not asking for too much.
Yeah.
So, She took Joey on a date, but it seems to be going between Jessie and Joey. Like, it's going well. They seem to be going strong. She did say that, you know, Joey has the kindest of hearts of anyone she's ever met.
He's a lovable character. He's endearing.
Strong statement, but nice statement. But he did promise Jessie that he'll always put her first. I mean, do we believe Joey?
I'll be honest. I think the acid test was in Casa for Joey.
Right.
And he passed the acid test.
Yeah.
I think some boys failed that.
Yeah.
But obviously quickly realised that, you know, shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that, you know, when they've got steak at home.
Yeah.
Why go elsewhere?
Joey's like, yeah.
His reasoning for me was very much like, I did this to prove a point that I'm not going to do it again. So he did it for like everyone else rather than his own morals from my standpoint.
Yeah.
I feel like if he wanted to, he would have done it again. But I actually think he was like, I need a couple nights off. He'd already caused so much drama. I think he genuinely was like, you know what?
Yeah.
You guys crack on and I'll just commentate.
Yeah.
But I do think he is more serious with her than Grace. So I'll give that 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think that.
With Jessie and Joey, it seems a bit more just easygoing and natural.
Yeah.
And it's not too lustful. It's not all too flames and fiery and sexual chemistry. It's just an easygoing, getting to know each other, lovely relationship. And I feel like as the viewer, we are a little bit walking on eggshells with Joey because he's not got the best track record.
Yeah, that's exactly
We've seen what he's done inside and outside the villa. Like, we know what he's like. But quite frankly, if we put it on paper, what has he done wrong to Jessie? It's been very easygoing
nothing so
and
far.
smooth.
He's actually been really respectful.
He's been
Smooth
really...
sailing.
So I agree. Maybe moving forward, like you said, Trey, he did pass the acid test and this is it for him and Jessie.
Yeah.
Now, Jessie is proving to be a little bit jealous of Lolly. A direct quote from herself. She said, I hope she's a horrible, horrible person.
I think that was just tongue-in-cheek, I'll be honest. We've all said it, you know, I hope she's horrible. In other words, I hope she's not better than me. Don't go.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
It was spur of the moment, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was it. She's trying to protect her man.
Bit of tongue-in-cheek. Tongue-in-cheek.
She was watching him walk off, wasn't she? She did not want him to go. So
It's understandable. No one wants to see their new babes with someone else. Like, you don't want to see someone you like going on a date.
No.
Like, do you know what I mean? You're going to hope her hair's horrible. She smudged her eyeliner.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, I don't want her to be hotter than me.
Yeah.
She said it was quite disrespectful inviting Joey, but devil's advocate here, did she do the same thing to Grace?
Well, yeah, she did exactly that. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, right?
That's it.
And I just feel like you're finally bonded a bit with Grace over, you know, everything that's happened. And I think Grace saw that. She was kind of looking at Jessie tonight being a bit like, you did do this to me.
Yeah, you did it to me.
So as much as this is hard for you, I think Grace was kind of over it, just looking at her.
I think she's got her back up because of the comment, which was, oh, you seem different, you're not as bubbly, you're not as yourself, you're not as fun.
Yeah.
Sort of trying to put a little bit of doubt, maybe, in Joey's mind to say, you know, is that the most compatible person because you've changed?
Yeah.
Or has he just calmed down a little bit and she's brought out a different side to him, a more relaxed Joey, a more chilled Joey?
Lolly is a bombshell.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if she's going to ask certain questions that's going to get Joey thinking, that's not Lolly's problem. If Joey now wants to think, that's when it becomes a problem. But again, it's not Lolly's problem.
A big problem.
It's Joey's problem. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Lolly is just being a bombshell.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
I think jealousy is sometimes a good thing because it shows you care.
Absolutely.
She obviously really cares about the relationship with Joey and vice versa. I just think that this is a weird hill to die on considering you did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like I understood the frustration, but I was like, girl, chill out. You're literally going to bed with him tonight and everything will be fine.
I think it's more of a reflection of how she's feeling about her and Joey's relationship rather than
Lolly herself.
Maybe she's actually reflecting on what's happened so far and thinking, oh, if this is happening now with Lolly, like what could it be like when we leave together?
Yeah.
You don't know, do you?
Absolutely.
But I mean, in Joey's defense, he did seem to shut it all down.
Yeah, and he's come back and he's fine. The only thing he did wrong was not go and pull her and chat to her at length. And he's obviously at the kitchen with Ayo.
Yeah.
I would have reacted worse than Jessie, to be fair. I would have stormed over there and set that kitchen on fire. But
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, in Jessie's words, karma is a bitch and she's called Lolly.
Don't manifest it. Jesse, don't manifest
manifestation
it.
is actually a real thing.
It is.
I totally believe in it.
That needs to be on T-shirts, I think.
Yeah,
Karma's a bitch.
Seriously
And her name
real.
is insert name here.
We also saw that Lolly chose Konnor to go on a date.
Yes.
They had some chemistry. He really liked her 11/11 necklace. That is his birthday. Also, my angel number, can I say?
I love
11.
that.
Yeah. How do we think their date went?
I thought it was quite sweet. I think she sees, he's a nice guy. He's a top guy, is Konnor, and he's a really nice person. I think she might just see that genuine side to him, that calm. It depends what she's into, though. Different horses for different courses, as we say.
Everyone this week what that means.
Metaphorically speaking, all it means is different type of women for different type of men.
But in terms of a horse,
there's flat racing, there's jump racing as well, isn't there?
There's dressage riding.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah,
that
there's
makes
all
perfect
different
sense.
types.
Okay, because when you came out of the villa, I was like,
what are you talking about?
we don't know what it means, yeah.
It was that and embryonic. You sent me spiralling. I was sat on my laptop after the episode.
Oh my gosh.
Regarding the date with Konnor, I thought that compared to the one with Joey and Ciaran, it actually seemed like they were quite giggly and fun. There was an air of awkwardness, but I think it's because they liked each other. Rather than with Kieran's felt like a parents' evening and Joey's was very much like,
I can't do this again.
I'm going to diss Jessie and then see what happens with her. I think that was really cute and sweet and endearing, and I do think that they may have a spark.
That was a cute moment with the 11-11 thing.
It was really cute.
Yeah, that was really cute. And I feel like it's always nice when you meet someone for the first time and instantly you just have like one thing in common or something that you guys can like resonate or bounce off of each other with. So that was really nice to see. And I think it's been a little long time coming for Konnor. You got pied off a little bit from Grace and it's his time.
I hope it's his time.
I do. He's had it rough in there. It's not been the boys' holiday that he's had previously. He's had some boys' holidays, let me tell you, definitely.
Has he?
There's a different side of Konnor that someone needs to bring out. That sort of,
that flirty.
Come here, flirty. I just don't think he's had that properly yet, that's all.
Maybe it could be Lolly. So also, we did see that Lolly chose Ciaran to go on a date with.
Brave.
Do we think this was a brave move or do you think it was just a bit like, he's closed off, you're wasting your time?
If I'm looking at it from a chessboard, I'm thinking, why am I wasting this pawn? Why am I doing it? Because there was no need for it. Because obviously it's evident to everyone watching and when you're in the villa, trust me, that they are just together and that is the way it is and no one's turning the reds. But I think it does add a bit of spice to it. She probably wanted to test herself. See if I can bring something out of it. Bit of maybe an ego thing.
I agree. I just think that out of all of the boys to have chosen, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago it would have been a bit more ballsy and like, okay. But I just think that you're going to upset Nicole. Nicole's got some really like great long-term friendships in there. I think she should have maybe gone for Sean because of what's happened after Casa with Matilda to just like test that as well. And I think that would have been a good test for them. But Ciaran for me was a bit of a rogue one. He obviously looked petrified as well. He just doesn't want to upset Nicole. He's having some doubts anyway. It was a bold one, but I'll be interested to see how it transpires in the next few days with her now settling into the villa. Because Joey was bold anyway. Ciaran is just a different level. Who knows what Nicole's going to think?
I remember in Casa when we started playing Truth or Dare.
Oh, yes.
And he got it stuck on him, did Ciaran, and he wholeheartedly put his hands up and went, listen, this is my situation. I love Nicole. I'm not doing anything else but just being loyal to her, and made his mark clear. And that's ballsy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, maybe Lolly just wanted to see how much of a bomb she could shell.
Exactly that.
And he is the toughest cookie to crack.
He's a tough cookie.
So maybe she thought, you know what? Why not? Give it a shot.
I completely agree. And obviously it didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
No.
Well, guys, you know what did work out? This podcast. And we have reached the end of this morning's Love Island the morning after. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Trey, it's been an absolute pleasure. We wish you all the best and we hope you had a good time.
Amazing. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you for coming on.
Good.
Guys, I'll be back with you tomorrow with Chris. And we will see you then.
See you then.
See you then.
Bye, guys.